Simon crouched near the ice-frosted rock, knife in hand, lips chapped with cold, feet scabbed and calloused in his worn boots, and watched with hungry eyes as the hare approached. It was a gangly white thing, not yet fully grown, and Simon knew that it would be more fur than decent meat. But he also knew that he was hungry and would devour anything he could kill. He knew little else besides that. The hare paused, close enough that Simon could see its whiskers twitch. It stared with dumb fear at the world, waiting for death to come. Around them, the broad brown plateau stretched for cold, solitary miles, glimmering white with morning snow. Flakes drifted silently from a thick grey sky. Soon, the real snows would come. Simon knew it. The hare knew it. Only one of them would survive to see it happen. The hare crept closer. It had caught the scent of a hunter, its pale nose quivering, but could not find him. Simon had always been good at hiding, and since landing in this awful, unfamiliar wilderness nearly a year ago, he had grown even better at it. The hare crept closer. Simon could smell its musk, feel the heat of its frightened body. He leapt for it, fell hard upon it, slashed its throat before it could run. Too hungry to make a fire, he skinned his kill with a few quick strokes of his knife, and then tore at the haunches with his teeth. He ate. He did not drop his knife. He had learned, over the past year, never to drop his knife. Then, strings of bloody meat hanging from his teeth, the hare half-eaten, Simon heard a sound. He dropped his supper and whirled, ready to either kill or run. Instead, he stared through the snow. A figure stood not far away, watching him. Simon squinted. It was a man. He wore a long black coat trimmed with fur. The coat had square shoulders and a high collar, and fell to the ground in sweeping folds that matched the jet of his softly curling hair. He cut a beautiful figure there, sharp and clean against the wintry brown vastness of the plains Simon now knew as home. Behind him, the world hushed. He could no longer hear the distant crack of shifting ice or the harsh mountain wind. He could hear nothing but the wild beat of his own heart and the footsteps of the man coming toward him. For Simon knew this man. He had once feared him, even hated him. But so much time had passed since those last terrifying moments in Arme de la Terre that even the sight of an enemy was welcome. The man placed a gloved hand on Simon's bowed head. A soft cry of longing burst from Simon's lips. Groping blindly upward, he found the man's hand and grasped it desperately with one of his own. "It's you," he whispered. He was no longer alone. An animal ecstasy overcame him. He let out a harsh, croaking laugh. "It's me," said the angel named Corien. He knelt and looked closely at Simon. Simon stiffened, his other hand tightening on his knife, black eyes, lightless and endless. He had never seen such a thing. He bared his teeth, poised on the balls of his feet. But Corien only smiled. "What is your name?"